We have a new Sandoval. This one does not involve cheating, though. It involves...
By the way, he's the victim.
Right. It involves violence, physical violence. He has now gotten a restraining order against Victoria and her father after a very violent night, some of which was caught on camera.
Be right back.
A door with a fist-sized hole punched straight through it. That's the image investigators are now working from. Because behind that door was a man named Tom Sandoval, and on the other side of it was rage. For months, the public knew Tom Sandoval as a reality television figure caught in tabloid headlines about relationships and betrayal. But a newly filed restraining order changes the entire frame. This isn't a story about cheating. This is a story about violence, caught partially on a home security camera, inside a rented house in the Hollywood Hills that Sandoval, his girlfriend Victoria, and her father all share.
We have a new Sandoval. This one does not involve cheating, though. It involves...
By the way, he's the victim.
Right. It involves violence, physical violence. Tom Sandoval and his now ex-girlfriend Victoria had been living together, and Victoria's father was also living with them.
This is in the Hollywood Hills.
A rented house, a house that Tom was renting in the Hollywood Hills. But he has now gotten a restraining order against Victoria.
Before we go further into what the filing and the footage actually show, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Because we don't just cover the headline, we follow the paper trail. Here's what's documented. According to the restraining order Sandoval filed, a heated exchange between him and Victoria was captured on the home's internal camera system.
Was partially recorded on a security camera in the home.
So you're going to see the father here.
So Tom is on the left in black there. He is arguing with Victoria, and at one point gets very upset because he believes that she is recording him, and that's when things blow up.
That is not what I said. That's what I said.
In the footage, Sandoval grows agitated, repeatedly asking Victoria if she is recording him.
Yeah, I just straight up said that? Are you kidding me? You're living in your own dream, man. Because I know what I know. I didn't say it like that. I didn't say it like that. Are you recording me right now? 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 Are you recording me?
Moments later, the confrontation escalates. Victoria's father becomes involved. In the chaos that follows, the father goes into the backyard fire pit, a detail Sandoval's filing attributes to being pushed first by the father, not the other way around. Ask yourself this. In a house with 3 adults, a security camera, and a fire pit, how does a domestic dispute end with someone face down in embers and a hole punched clean through a bedroom door? Because that's what happened next. Sandoval says he retreated into a guest bedroom and locked the door.
When they run in the house, according to Tom, in what he filed in his restraining order, Tom ran in the house, went into a guest bedroom, closed the door, locked the door, and he says that the father then punched a hole. Look at that hole that he punched through the door.
According to his filing, Victoria's father punched through it, the wood splintering enough to fit a fist and part of a forearm. And through the gap. Allegedly told Sandoval he was going to mess him up.
Door.
By the way, that is crazy. When you look at that, I mean, maybe it's a cheap door, but still.
It kind of feels like The Shining because Tom says the father stuck his head through the door and threatened him, said that I'm going to mess you up.
This is not a story about who said what on camera. This is a story about what happens when a private conflict is left to escalate unsupervised inside a home with no one to de-escalate it. Victoria was arrested that night.
On camera. Now,
and by the way, a violent night that got Victoria in cuffs.
Right, because she ended up being arrested for allegedly assaulting.
Accused of assaulting Sandoval. Booking photos and injury photos, including bruising near his ear, were included in the filing.
Assaulting Tom. He had produced some photos that showed the bruises on his face, to his ear, after the attack. Now, what led up to the attack was a heated conversation between Tom and Victoria that was
Accused of assaulting Sandoval. Booking photos and injury photos, including bruising near his ear, were included in a judge has since ordered both Victoria and her father to vacate the property.
Wasn't there for.
Got it.
So at this point, by the way, Victoria and her father have got a court order to move out of the home. And
I mean, honestly, if I were Tom,
I don't know why
he's not Tom's not a landlord. As far as I'm concerned, Tom could take all.
But court orders don't erase context. Sandoval's own filing reportedly references prior incidents in the relationship, a pattern, not an
they're
isolated
going to mess
night.
you up.
Here's Johnny.
Did not say, not exactly that.
I have spoken to people that have known them from the beginning of this relationship, which has been quite some time, and they have said it's always been like up and down. And even in his declaration in the court document, he said there were he mentions incidents of past abuse. This relationship.
This is not a story about who said what on camera. It's a story about a pattern that finally reached a camera.
This relationship has been extremely toxic from what I have been told over the last few months. So this is just, we're only seeing,
what's your first clue?
We're only seeing one of
Incident
months of build up to this. Yeah.
Boy, he has trouble with relationships.
Legal analysts point out that restraining orders are civil filings, allegations under oath, not criminal convictions. Victoria and her father have not yet filed a public response contradicting Sandoval's account. Until they do, the record we have is one-sided by design. Because that's how restraining orders work. That imbalance matters. It's why courts require hearings before making orders permanent. This is not a story about who said what on camera. It's a story about a system now being asked to sort fact from filing, evidence from emotion.
Hi, my name is Soel, and I'm from Arizona. And from watching that, I mean, Tom obviously looks like the aggressor, but Victoria is also an aggressor and has been problematic in the past. So they just seem extremely toxic to me. I do feel like the dad was valid for intervening because, I mean, Tom was in.
So where does this go next?
Tom was in Victoria's face. I mean, what dad wouldn't? But, I mean, pushing him into the fire pit, absolutely insane. These two need to break up, get away from each other, cut ties. This is just ridiculous.
Or they're going to get married.
or they end up getting married. Seen that before.
A judge will eventually weigh the security footage, the photographs, and sworn testimony from all three parties before deciding whether the order becomes permanent. That hearing, and the footage itself, if it's ever entered into open court records, will tell us more than any social media clip ever could. We'd encourage you to look up the publicly filed restraining order documentation yourself once it's available through Los Angeles County Court records, and read the sworn declarations in full, not just the summary. Here's our question for you when a home security camera becomes the only neutral witness in a relationship. What does that say about everyone standing in front of it? If this breakdown helped you see the case clearly, hit like. Share it with someone following the story. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications, because when the hearing date is set, we'll be covering exactly what the court decides.